Assalamualaikum and a very good day. We are from Group 1 and for today we are going to answer a few questions from our friends and from Mr. Lee. So for the first question is from Anis and I would like to deliver this question to Zubaida. How do you determine the right app for the online learning?
Thank you, Farhana, for the question. Okay, the type of online learning apps that we choose will depend on what we want our online program to be. That in turn depends on a number of factors. Firstly, we need to consider our budget in this case. We always go for a free and easily accessible online learning app to ease both parties, who are the teachers and the students. Next, the features of the app also is a main factor in choosing an online learning application. For instance, there are many features in Quizlet such as flashcards for notes and 7 more mini games which act as follow-up activities for the students. It also makes the learning more fun and enjoyable. Other than that, the app should follow the Assure model where the teacher can first analyze the learner's age, previous knowledge, and styles to see if the app is suitable for the learners, especially primary schoolers in this case. Moreover, the app should help to achieve the learning objectives of the lesson and can measure students' learning outcome. The selection of application is based on the objectives, learning styles, capabilities, and fulfillment to learners' needs. For example, Quizlet is chosen as it is suitable with the learning situation of the new normal as it allows the teacher to achieve the learning objective of the lesson without requiring face-to-face interaction in classrooms. It also enables learners to learn about the topic collective nouns through various activities which allows them to practice their 4 skills which are reading, writing, listening and speaking skills. Lastly, teachers should make sure that they can evaluate their learners and the evaluation must include learners' performance, media components, and teachers' performance. Using this way, we can make sure that this app can help to attain the learning goals for the students. That is all from me.
Thank you, Zubaida. So I would like for Zubaida to ask the second question to the next panel.
So I would like to deliver Litfield's question to Mafuza. How do you ensure learners' participation during the lesson?
Thank you for the question. Okay, to ensure learners' participation during the lesson, teachers have to implement fun and engaging lessons. This is because when teachers carry out activities that are fun and engaging, such as games using online platforms like Kahoot, Quizlet, and Quizzes, or even physical games that are done in classrooms like charades, gallery walk, or even dancing, learners will be more willing to participate and take risks. Taking risk here means learners will be brave enough to answer questions or carry out a presentation in front of the whole class. This enables them to become active learners, thus making their learning meaningful and lifelong. Next, to plan a fun and engaging lesson, teachers have to apply and use the Assure model, which is an instructional system or guideline that consists of 6 stages. The Assure model is commonly used by teachers to develop lesson plans that integrates the use of technology and media. It also ensures the lesson meets the learner's needs and interests, learning objectives, and many more. As a result, this will enhance the learning environment, hence improving learners' ability to take in information during the lesson. Thus, the Assure model is necessary to be used when planning a lesson as it enables teachers to develop lessons that can ensure learners' participation in the classroom. That is all for my answer.
Thank you, Mafuza, for answering the question. So I would like Mafuza to ask the third question to the next panel.
Okay, now I would like to ask first question to Farhana. Which stage in Assure model you think the most important?
Okay, thank you for the question. So, in my opinion, out of all the stages in Assure model, I think the last stage is considered to be the most important, which is evaluating performance. So, this last stage is often overlooked as it is the last one. but it is actually the most important out of all the other stages. And why do I say so? This is because by evaluating the learners against the objectives that have been outlined in the earlier stage, it can help in determining whether the overall lesson was effective. In this stage, teachers need to evaluate the instruction process from start to finish using the objectives that have been created in the beginning. After they are done with the instruction, teacher must evaluate the entire instructional process where it involves in reflecting upon the lesson, the stated objectives, the instructional strategy, the instructional materials, and the assessment. By doing this, teachers can determine if those elements of the lesson were effective and whether any step needs to be modified or re-examined. If there are any inconsistency between what we intended to deliver and what actually happened during the lesson, then we as teachers need to make appropriate revisions before using the lesson again. So that's all from me. Okay, so can we move on to the next question? Okay, so for the next question, it is from Mr. Lee. The question is, what should teacher do to revise besides evaluate? And I would like Zubaida to answer this question.
Thank you, Farhana, for the question. Based on my opinion, other than evaluating, reflection can be done upon the lesson, the stated objectives, and even the instructional materials. So, the inconsistency between the materials and what we intended to deliver can be re examined and modified according to our wish. That's all for me.
Okay,
Okay.
yes?
Okay, thank you, Zubaida, for your excellent answer. Now we have reached the end of the question and answer session, and I hope all of us have managed to answer the questions correctly and successfully. That is all from us today. Thank you. Have a good day.